Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at from the Transformers Authentics line. This is Barricade. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Authentics line, because it's been a while since we've done a review, Authentics are basically kid-friendly, cheaper Transformer figures, much like the Cyber series, that are meant to use the quote unquote evergreen designs of classic and neoclassic characters that span all forms of Transformers media. For example, Barricade here is a movie character, but there's also Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, Shockwave. We just took a look at some time ago Ratchet and Soundwave. Now, I've been told that evergreen is not the best term to describe these figures, but it's the one that's most common. Now, there are two classes, Alpha, which I believe is the larger 6-inch, and Bravo, which is Barricade here, which is the 4-inch. And unfortunately, they used to tell you on the packaging what on one of the sides it was Alpha or Bravo. If I'm wrong, just flip them. It's one or the other. But yeah, these are usually found in what is called Market 6 stores, which are the usual discount chains, although they've been known to pop up here and there, and occasionally your Target or Walmart or even a Walgreens. I've seen them here and there. So we're starting off in vehicle mode. Now, Barricade is using a blue deco, which was closer to the repaints from the various movie lines, and also its appearance in The Last Night. In fact, this looks like to be the Last Night vehicle mode. As you can see, there is some red and gold there for the light bar. And it's actually a very nice, compact robot underneath car mode. Rolls quite well. I'm quite happy with it. Now, again, there's nothing fancy. The wheels are just pegged in. There's no posts. Hardware and extraneous posting is like really just a cutback due to budgetary concerns. So to start the transformation, let's come in here and pop up the roof and windshield there, and you're going to bring it forward. I'd like to say that it's going to sit there for the remainder of the transformation, but it will not. We'll get to that in a little bit. Next, what you want to do is separate the legs from the back and begin to roll them out, flip them out. Basically, they rotate on this side panel, and once you get them down, go ahead, flip the feet forward. The forward is with those toes facing out. And I do want to point out, and we'll cover this when we go back into vehicle mode, that I did discover that flipping the feet all the way around usually ends up with the easiest transformation. Once you have that done, straighten the legs out. There are a couple shin panels here that will flip down, covering the space. And there you have the legs basically done. Next up, let's adjust the camera ever so slightly. You want to come up to the top here. Very simple. First thing you want to do, pull out the front bumper section. This pegs in quite nicely and helps hold the top half together. And just a little wiggle jiggle. There you go. Get it out. Full snap it out all the way. There you saw the windshield section slid down. Bring the arms down all the way that those panels are out like so. So that gives you enough clearance to bring that down, and then bring these back up, and they will just basically sit there. Bring this back panel section all the way up. It does not peg into place, does not friction into place. Quite disappointing, but there, for lack of a better term, you have Barricade. And right off the bat, let me just say the most annoying part of this figure is going to be that backpack. It will stay just as it is, but what will happen is over time, as you go to fondle and fool around with the figure, your instincts will be to grab it from here, and that will jostle it down. Now, it's interesting that the instructions going to vehicle mode show that you're supposed to lift this panel up, even though all the pictures in robot mode show this panel being up, and it makes more sense for the panel to be up in robot mode to give you the wider leg articulation, which I'm showing off right now. You do have a ball joint there. Unfortunately, there's no outward movement due to the sculpting of the hip. You do have a single jointed knee, which is a little limited there, but not too bad. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of articulation out of these, but you do have quite an expressive foot joint there. So you do, and you do have what's nice, hinged elbows. Usually the last couple cars that were of this size, I think it was Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, they had the elbows going inward. So it's nice to have actually a car-based figure that actually has, normal elbows. You can get some good poses out of it, and the head does rotate, so, there you go. Let's go, and this will be the thumbnail image. Ba-doom. So, yeah, I like the coloring. I like the detailing on it. So it is kind of funny. You do have the Decepticon logo right there. As I said, the coloring is more on the repaint side. I mean, if it's just a way to get this a little bit tighter, I think this would have been really a perfect figure. I mean, as it is, this is probably the best 4-inch Authentics figure we've gotten. So that really does tell you something. And I do appreciate they went with the movie head as opposed, a stylized version of the movie head, as opposed to just using a smokescreen head, because then, of course, we'd be sitting around waiting for a smokescreen. Okay, now, get back into vehicle mode. Let's go ahead, bring these arms down. Just keep in mind they are on ball joints, but they are limited, so don't try to, fan them out. Bring this panel up, bring the arms back up, tuck them underneath. There's really nothing there to peg them into, but now the instructions show you doing this later. I would say go ahead, just slide this panel down now, click it all the way into place, that it snaps into place, and it holds everything in. Next, you want to do is come down to the feet, flip up those little shin guards, rotate the feet around. Now, the instructions kind of show it like you have them down like this. I found that the best way is rotate them around all the way, so that they end up, when you start rotating these panels up, they end up upside down. I think that's the intention. I find that in terms of vehicle mode, it works the best. I mean, I could be totally wrong, and I just stumbled across something like a happy accident. But get everything lined up, peg those panels together, bring this back section together, and yes, there will be a little bit of the old Transformers hug, wiggle, jiggle type of to get everything pegged in. Oh, not too bad. Came together. Ooh, that came together. It's the nicest I've gotten it thus far. But yep, just fold those legs, those side panels up, tuck the feet underneath. Wish there was a little more space, but hey, it is a 4-inch figure. And then flip the windshield back, and we're back in vehicle mode. So yeah, the Authentics aren't for everybody. I know a lot of collectors turn their nose up at them because they are simplified figures, but it's a great way to get kids into the line. And I gotta say, it's a great way to get those unique characters like Barricade in smaller scales or different designs that we normally wouldn't see at an affordable price point. As I said, Barricade is the best 4-inch figure that I've handled from this line. So definitely it's worth a pickup. So if you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I will always appreciate the views, the likes, comments, and subscriptions help communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel is one that should be exalted and held upon high. With that said, if you'd like to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. Hyperlink in the description below. All I ask for is $1 a month. No thrills, no tiers, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like Barricade to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. And as I say every time, without Patreon, this channel's not going anywhere. And if you can't really handle the $1 a month or $12 a year, watching the videos, passing them around to your friends so they watch them, is more than enough support. And I do absolutely appreciate all the help. So, with that being said, this is your old pal Chuck for Authentic's Barricade. We will see you next time.